What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. My name is Braden Carlson.
My name is Taylor.
My name is Shane, or as you might know me, Postart.
And my name's Matt.
And we are recording episode number 126 now. Sorry, Liam caught me off guard in the live chat there with a comment that says AGG equals all glasses group. That's nice.
That's solid.
That's a good one. Episode 126, folks. We have some insider information. We've been anonymously given some don't do theses from people who have a lot of experience running really, really big launches. Did I say 2025? Corvette Rock says it's 2026. That it is. This is episode 126, though. Anyway, a handful of different people with a lot of experience running big rocket launches have sent us some things from their experiences they'd like to recommend that you don't do at a big launch. So if you're in the live chat right now, this is a live recorded episode. Please drop those in the comments and we will come back around to them. But if you're just listening afterwards, strap in because there's a decent chance you've done some of these things and there's going to be egg on your face, dude. Wow.
Delicious.
But first, I want to read this comment that just popped up on my YouTube channel, which is absolutely insane, and I don't know if I can believe it. All right, this is on my Honest John. He says, I have a real Honest John that I'm restoring, complete with the lightweight launcher. It'll never fly, but growing up in the 60s, it was my favorite surface-to-surface rocket. Can you just buy them?
What?
Is there still some out there?
You just pick them up?
Just on the
Where,
surplus
Walmart?
market?
Amazon?
I mean,
Well, there
I
was
guess
that
like
Nike Hercules on eBay. Remember that?
yeah,
Taylor?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it's. I mean, no, with like inert, but
Dude, now I gotta look it up real quick.
yeah, I was tempted with that Hercules.
Interesting. There's an Army Navy surplus store in Bedford, Indiana that has an Honest John like painted red, white, and blue for their sign. It just says USA on it. Dude, I want a surplus Honest John. Come on. Let me get one of those. Okay. Well, before we dive into this, does anybody want to tap in with any first thoughts? I've divided all of these up so that we each can read it, so it's not an hour of me mercilessly chatting. But I figure we could read them and as we go, drop some input on it. But Bingus Bobby says, can we get a soundbite of Dan Michaels Honest John slamming into the launcher? That's such a deep fried soundbite that like 5 people would understand.
It's a good
But
one,
maybe.
though.
Yeah, we should do it anyways.
that used to be most of our live stream.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, since we turned
Honestly,
it into the real
Jonathan-
deal.
Flea.
Oh. All right, nobody's got anything?
No,
Are we going like person at a time, or are we doing a round the table?
Maybe we should do it round robin style, do them one at a time.
Yeah.
All right.
But just for old time's sake, real quick.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I don't know what happened. It just for those just listening, it's Dan Michael flying his Honest John at Earth 2013, and for some reason the hydraulic pad starts going up and then just slams back into the trailer. It's so funny. All right. Anyway, so I guess that means Taylor's up first. We'll go in order here.
first up, don't interrupt the LCO to ask dumb questions. Witnessed it too many times.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say I want to make an amendment.
Hey, excuse me, and then oh, sorry.
Is this where we park?
Yeah. This is where we park.
I would like to amend that there's no dumb questions, right? There's just dumb times to ask them. Or
I think sometimes there's dumb questions.
There's dumb questions for sure.
Yeah.
all right, fine. I was trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt there, but yeah, don't ask dumb questions, especially to the LCO. Dude, yeah, I've seen some. One time at a launch I was at, some people were like riding ATVs around and, pulled up along the flight line, drove all the way down. It passed all the people just standing around and drove right up to the LCO table and was like, what are you guys doing out here, as he's picking up the microphone to launch rockets?
My God.
And then they proceeded to, at night, ride the ATVs over all the wires for the launch pads because it was a multi-day launch.
Oh,
Sick.
that's
Pretty awesome. Okay, my first one is, don't say stuff like, that's not how we do it where I launch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Makes
good
sense.
one too.
Yeah,
well,
guess
my
what?
club, we do it differently.
Your club's not running this launch right now, so
Why don't you go back
him in their
home then,
spot.
Sweaty?
Wow.
All right, who's up next? Postart?
That's me.
It's Postart.
Don't party too hard when you're supposed to be volunteering on an early shift.
Like
Yeah,
I said,
can you
these were
party-
all anonymous contributions, but I'm sure Taylor can probably figure out where that one came from.
Can you party on your shift?
no,
I don't
No,
think so.
actually.
No.
for
I
sure
mean-
not okay.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear.
Unless you're
Fantastic.
slamming diet DDPs like nobody's business.
That's what we do, baby.
Wow.
That is always a party.
There should be a limit to how many DDPs you can have.
We have not reached it.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it does
like
get to a
some
point.
Powerful, Matt.
Fake AGG stuff right there.
Well, whatever.
Matt's got 1 foot out the door with that comment.
No.
I don't make the
Um,
rules. I guess I do.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Hat.
Okay. Jeez. Don't ignore or fail to read the information published before the launch. That makes sense. Like no
Yeah.
Sparkies.
Yeah, you'll see imperative stuff like, like you said, no Sparkies. Don't drive on these roads. Don't go in these fields without asking permission. Important
Don't
stuff
talk
like
to-
that.
Don't talk to these people. Don't
Don't talk to strangers. Yeah.
Yeah,
pet
don't park in
dirt.
people's driveways.
Yeah, that's a big one that you would think is pretty obvious, but
Don't
it's,
leave the gate open.
You know what it
Yeah.
is? It's always someone's like not understanding like how far away from their rocket they actually are, whether or not they use GPS or RDF or whatever. Like, oh, I'll just be here for a minute. My rocket's right there. Bam. In somebody's driveway for an hour.
Terrible.
Trailer?
Oh yeah. Next one is don't drive where you're not allowed. So
Yeah.
especially when you were using I don't know, farmers' fields and protected desert areas and things like that. Sod farms probably don't like that either, but
Yeah. There was
people's
a big livelihood.
livelihood, you just don't drive. You can't usually just don't, unless you're at a lake bed, don't drive on the recovery area.
Right. Generally, the rule is drive on roads, which you'll find is
Yeah.
pretty applicable outside of the hobby as well. But yeah, Tripoli, Idaho was BLM like sagebrush protected land, so it was very strictly enforced. You can't take motor vehicles out there.
But a lot of people seem to have trouble comprehending, like newer people, like, oh, if I have this 4-wheeler, I could go anywhere.
Yeah,
But
or
you
dirt
can't.
bikes.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Okay. This is a good one. Don't leave a tracker running after recovery until the battery dies. Yeah, especially with the congestion you see with featherweight stuff at big launches. There's been a couple instances where RDF trackers have been on the same signal, so you get the beeps coming back from the flight line. It's always not fun. So if you have your rocket back in your hands, turn the transmitter off, please.
And thank you.
You're welcome. Postart?
Oh, yeah, that's me. Don't do any sort of blatant rule breaking or unsafe behavior. And if for some reason you're compelled to, don't post it on social media.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's I'm pleading the fifth on the rest of that one. Does anybody have any further insight?
No.
Okay,
No.
we'll move on.
Yeah,
I can't really think of anything. Don't ask for pre-registration prices because you don't like on-field prices if you miss the pre-registration deadline.
Dude, honestly.
Right.
I could just hear it.
Well, it said 70 online.
Oh, you guys are just trying to get a quick buck, aren't you?
I drove out here 3 hours. Yeah, you know how much the K motor in my rocket costs? Another $20 just to show up and fly it? Oh, dude.
Well,
Sheesh.
you could just go home.
Ooh. Taylor's trying to start wars on the flight line.
Yeah.
We're not forcing you to fly rockets here, buddy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well done.
Up next. It's you again, Taylor.
Oh, dang it. I'm never ready.
Matt got it. You
Yeah.
fell behind compared to Matt.
Don't gripe over range opening times, especially on the first day, usually by people who have never helped set up or take down a launch in their life.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be open at 9. Dude, we're just going to keep playing the same bad guy the whole time.
Yeah, the launch is ready when it's ready. That's all there is to it. And if you're standing there holding a rocket saying, well, when can we fly? It said 9. It's not ready yet. Just don't be that guy.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, there's been people, I've seen people genuinely heated about it. Or they're like, oh, yeah,
That's
well,
crazy.
I had the rocket ready and you guys closed the range down. Well, we asked 5 times on the PA if anyone else was bringing anything to fly. Well, I didn't hear it because I was focused on getting my rocket ready. Iconic. Okay. Don't adjust your podcast microphone lower for the second recording. Oh, that's an interesting one.
Wait. Say that again. I didn't.
I said don't adjust your podcast microphone lower for the second recording. It's interesting that this is in there for launches. Don't expect special treatment without volunteering a single minute to help run the launch. I would say even don't expect special treatment, period. But
yeah.
Don't ask for favors if you aren't also doing some back scratching, you know?
You don't even think about it.
Yeah.
You probably just don't do that anyway.
Don't do a half-a job cleaning up a crash site. Yeah, pick up your pieces.
Yeah, how is
Put
he
them in a
gonna
trash
start all
bag, cry
again?
about them. Don't leave them in the field.
Do what a good citizen like Taylor does. Pick all your rocket pieces up and bring them back to Matt so he can laugh and throw dirt in your face.
And take a bunch of pictures.
I'm archiving,
Right.
for future,
Documenting.
future. Yeah,
Also, if you dig a giant hole, fill the hole in.
that's a good idea.
It
That way you
seems
don't
so
break somebody
obvious.
else's leg.
I
Yeah,
can't
people
imagine
got my
how
rocket.
pissed I'd be as a farmer if there was just a giant hole in the field.
A 6 foot deep hole, and you're like, oh, cool.
Good God, there's some big raccoons out here.
Yeah.
Just boom in the tractor. go down like 3 feet.
Sheesh. If launch personnel look like they're in a serious conversation, don't interrupt them or barge in on their conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Yeah.
I've seen it happen too many times.
Yeah. Very serious conversation. Like, look, the FAA says we have to be done by this time. These people are trying to fly. It's windy. And so I was like, where's the porta potties at?
Yeah. My favorite is like they're being ignored, but they're not getting the hint and just
Yeah.
keep going.
Like-
and then it's just,
I'll wait.
Wow.
Oh.
okay. Don't arm altimeters in the parking/camping prep area. Dude,
Please.
Way too often.
happens all the time.
The
People are
beeps
like,
are
"Oh, check the
terrifying.
continuity." Like, yeah, get it out of here. Check on the pad. It
Yeah.
sucks when you have to walk back. Yes, I did it with a 60-pound V2 at Midwest Power when the field was kind of wet. But that's just how it
Stuff's
goes
also-
sometimes.
It's also, everything's pretty reliable now. And like, just pull on your wires and make sure everything's tight and you should be good. Also, like, I feel like every big launch every year, like you can count on LDRS and Airfest, like there's going to be at least one rocket that some charges go off like through their sends a
Yeah.
nose cone through the tent or something.
Yeah.
Like that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
We're taking a detour here for a second because I feel like there's a story. Neutronium says, speaking of holes, don't drive at 60 miles per hour straight at a lantern on a dry lake. It might be someone trying to dig out their rocket at night. What happened?
Huh.
Woof.
Somebody get mowed down at Black Rock? Okay. Don't ask the prefect if they are sure they can't fly at 100 feet higher than the altitude they just told you. Yeah. Listen, Taylor and I know firsthand that sometimes people running a launch can be a bad judge of where the clouds are at. Okay? It happened to us once, and we've even talked about it on the podcast a little bit. But what you do in that time is you respectfully stand there and talk S about it amongst yourselves.
But please, I really want to break the waiver just a little.
Well, I think this is more in reference to like a cloud deck.
Fair.
But this
Yeah,
is
it's like
for
our ceiling right now is 3,000 feet, and someone says, "Can I go 3,200?"
yeah. No, obviously. For those curious, though, I'm not referencing Airfest this past year when Taylor and I had a problem with it. It was so blatantly incorrect that it was insane. Anyway, we'll leave
It
at
was
that.
just partly cloudy, actually. It was anyway.
Yeah, and they're like 5,000 feet. We're like, there's two clouds. They're 14,000 feet up. What are you talking about? Anyway,
Just the craziest misjudge of cloud height or cloud out or cloud level, whatever.
and again, just in
Can't
case
talk.
any of the
Stroke
anonymous
meter.
any of the anonymous contributors to this list listening, this is not any of you. Just to be clear on that. Postart?
Real quick, there's a follow-up to the comment about the story. He says, someone nearly killed me at my first balls event when I was trying to dig out my rocket that came in ballistic that day.
Oh, where are you seeing
That's-
that? The chat has just stopped for me.
Yeah, me too.
It's there now. It was asking me if I wanted to hide it or not.
I see it.
Oh, I
Click show
see.
now.
Yeah. Oh, probably because it said the K word.
Yeah.
YouTube is
Oh.
apparently cracking down on that particular.
Right. Yeah.
Like if you say someone almost killed him, like they were going to make him wear a man skirt.
K starred.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, pause start. It's your turn.
All right. Don't fly drones in a way that distracts rocketeers at the pads.
Oh, dude, there's nothing more fun than trying to hear your altimeters and then you just hear.
And just getting like way too close.
Yeah. They're like, whoa, good footage of them setting this thing up. It's like 4 feet from your head because they don't really have any idea how close they are from a half a mile away. Oh, okay. Oh, he says, don't know if it was actually 60 miles per hour, but he hit my lantern and hit the hole I was digging pretty hard. That's crazy.
Jeez. That sucks. Don't park behind a vehicle so they can't get out if you aren't part of that group or camp and don't have permission to park behind them. Yeah, that's a pretty common thing.
Don't double park people.
Yeah, that could be kind of annoying.
Infuriating.
It's the
and if
worst.
you do, just leave your keys on the windshield.
Yeah, there you go. So we can go joyride it. Actually, if you drive something like fast and rear wheel drive, feel free to do that. Just like Matt said, leave the key so we can quickly maneuver out. Dude, somebody double parked me at LDRS last year. And I was like, there's so much unlimited parking available that I cannot believe this was the solution you landed on. And it wasn't anybody that was anywhere near us. I don't know who it was actually, because I was like, wow, that's insane. And then I walked away and came back and it was gone. But no clue. That's you, Taylor.
I even had it pulled up. I was ready.
How are you messing this up?
I was just zoning out. Don't point rockets at the crowd while racking on the pad.
Yeah,
I've been a pad manager before, and just politely told people that were putting the rocket on the pad because they started tilting it toward the crowd. And I was like, just as a general rule, we should lean it the other way. And they're like getting lippy with me.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's gonna light itself. Yeah, I mean, you see that a lot actually. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but people like just don't think about it that way.
Yeah,
which makes enough sense. But yeah, to be like upset about it, you're like, oh yeah, I guess my rocket's gonna magically take off. I'll just. Yeah, just as a general rule of thumb, it's kind of like a gun, right?
Yeah.
Don't point it at anything you don't like want to shoot, even if you don't plan to shoot it.
Yeah,
just kind of a good.
Because I don't know. Every once in a while, something really stupid happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Easily.
let's go ahead and that's a good one. Don't show up late and be mad you can't park close to show center. Dude, for real.
Yeah.
Where were we? I don't know. You might have been with me, Postart, but somebody was like, we were definitely more towards the center, but somebody just like was carrying a rocket over their shoulder and just like huffing and puffing. And they're like, can you believe this? I have to walk all this way just to fly my rocket. I was like, well, yeah, I can actually.
I think was that Midwest Power one year?
No, it would make sense for it to be, but
yeah,
I mean, I guess it could have been, but we weren't close to the center at all for Midwest Power like last year either. Because I remember one of the days we had a real long walk.
Well, yeah, but we were just standing and hanging out up there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe it was Midwest Power. But
I feel like I've seen that scenario play out there.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
That one especially makes sense because of the road parking. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. What do you expect me to reply to that? Like, yeah, you're right. We should all F off so you can park up here.
He should just get an ATV, you know what I'm saying? Or a dirt bike and just...
Yeah, ride through the field and the crops and everything.
Yeah.
It's way faster.
Just buzz along.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or get be a mailman.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. That guy
Dude, we're
was
not throwing
nuts.
any people under the bus with that because it wasn't a rocket person, dude. The mailman at Midwest Power was having
Crazy.
a meltdown. He's driving
Yeah,
through
he
like
wasn't having
50
it.
miles an hour with people 2 feet from his car,
Yeah.
and he stopped to scream at people running the launch. He's like, "I'm gonna
Absolute
call the
psycho.
cops." Like, yeah, okay, go ahead, I guess.
Him and Tim exchanged some words, and he
I
sped
wasn't
off.
gonna say who it was, but
Wow.
but yeah, that was crazy. He's like, "This is a mail route, also a public road." But okay,
Uh-huh.
all right.
Moving on. Don't be an a-hole to camp next to with excessive noise.
Dude.
Yeah.
Somebody at a launch one time was like, there was a rule that you can't have a generator running in camp, right? And they were like, yeah, well, they said we can't have generators, but I'm not gonna just have no electricity, and then just proceeded to run the generator for their RV right there anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. Or it was no generators after a certain time, and they're like, well, then we're not gonna have air conditioning or whatever all night. So I'm not doing that. I was just like, what a crazy, just like, no. Like, just buy a 200-foot extension cord for $50 if you're going to be that kind of person. That one blew my mind. I was like, why? I don't understand just being so self-centered to that degree. But yeah. Anyway.
Don't get mad at launch officials or volunteers if your rocket crashes or KTOs, or if there's a hold or some reason we have to pause for putting a fire out or any other delay. Yeah, I mean, it's like things happen, you know?
Taylor, you have
get
any
mad.
experience?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen. RSO, the guy's rocket, and his coupler or nose cone or something was just like crazy loose. I didn't tell him he had to, but I suggested that maybe he gets the fit a little bit better, and it was bad, for like where it's all like just floppy. And then about 30 minutes later, comes back, flew the rocket apparently, and I don't know if it was his son's rocket or his friend or something. I don't know, but he came back screaming at me because I guess the rocket came in ballistic. This rocket's flown 15 times and it's never had a problem until you told me that it needed tape on it. And now this is what it is. It's just a pile of junk.
Dude, I wish I could have been there to see just how much you didn't react. You're just like, oh, well,
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, build another.
rip bozo. Sorry.
I don't remember, but you could imagine how I reacted or not reacted. I was just like, sorry.
Yeah, it was like, I didn't do that.
Oh man,
That's wild.
I think I was probably like, I don't know what I said. I imagine I maybe made it worse, but who knows?
Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Oh no! I had just
No,
went.
it's
Oh.
red alert.
hold on a second. Let me find the. Okay.
Don't email a week out asking for special equipment for your launch.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hath you?
LOL.
Because it's not enough time.
Especially
What is
if
enough time?
it's not like, oh yeah, like can you bring a spare 1515 rail, or like, is there a long one? When you're like, oh man, I really need the hybrid GSE no one's flown for 15 years. Can you get that out for me while you're planning a launch for hundreds of people?
Yeah, we're bringing a Q motor
Yeah.
that weighs 600 pounds. Do you have a launch pad for that?
Wow.
Oh God. Okay. Don't think your rocket will
Oh
be.
no!
Chuck's
Look at
Wait.
Chuck's comment
Yeah.
in the chat.
Oh.
He says, "Don't use someone else's range box as a beaten block for motor disassembly." And he says, "This has happened to me."
My God.
Unless if his name is Chuck
I'm just
Haskins.
imagining. Yeah, I'm just imagining Chuck's reaction to that happening. It's like,
Well, and yeah, is somebody using
just
a
in
range
disbelief
box?
of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Were they
crazy.
like beating the motor against it, or were they like holding it like a brick and just like?
This
I
stuff's
pictured the
sloshing everywhere.
second.
Yeah,
That's
I was picturing
insane.
that too. Wow.
Okay. Don't think your rocket will be flown as soon as you make it to LCO because your camera battery sucks, even though 20 other rockets are ahead of you. Yeah, or any other batteries. This is coming up a lot with featherweight stuff at big launches. If they're not already like mad that somebody has channel interference with them, like can you move out to pad B5 because my tracker battery is gonna die. And in most cases, you've like really done something wrong. Because if you use the battery that comes with it, that thing will last like 9 hours. So that probably means you've been causing signal issues with your rocket burning GPS battery and the flight line for 2 hours while you put everything together. But yeah, camera batteries, like, look, I understand. When we go to Airfest and everything, or big launches, I put my GoPros out there and go, okay, well, there's not going to be any footage from that because it's for sure going to overheat. Sometimes I'm lucky and it doesn't happen like that. But like, I don't go up to the LCO and be like, hey, I got camera batteries cooking out there. Let's fly this thing. I will say though, like my reputation precedes me a little bit here. And I think people sometimes do just assume that that's what I want and have in the past, but I don't know. I think it's mostly just because those are big rocket flights, and for the most part, people like it's just ready to be flown when we get back. But like if I like when we flew our M4500s, I was like, well, there's the 50s are all full and the 70s are all full, so like this ain't gonna happen. But I'm gonna try anyway. And then I didn't cry in S&P when I found out that my camera had overheated because that's just what they do sometimes. Most times, as a matter of fact.
If you're gonna fly at a big launch, you should just plan for this may take like an hour or more.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
exactly.
go to your local monthly club launch and get instant gratification.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, it's me, huh? I thought
Taylor.
Taylor had gone last.
Come on.
No, I was out of order.
Taylor?
Boo. Let's kick Postart out of the AGG. Boo.
Oh,
All right, man.
he's trying to move the heat off of him.
Yeah,
Get this target off my
crazy.
back.
It's 2 for flinching, man. Don't ask launch people if they can just bend the rules for you. Yeah, that goes back to special treatment.
I'm not going to say where or when, but there was a recent occurrence of people who aren't part of the hobby, but were there to film stuff, asking about where they could be to film it and being explained the safety distances, and then being like, well, we already signed our lives away with the waivers to be here, and you don't own the BLM land, and like having a meltdown that they were being forced to be too far away to get good shots.
Wow.
Very sick. Very cool. Yeah, so don't do that. Like, oh, can I please just go a little over the waiver this time? Like, who's gonna
Yeah.
notice?
Okay.
Did you remember rocket launches used to like do the waiver bait competitions? That was insane to me.
Yeah.
What is that?
They're like, who can get closest to the waiver, win a prize. I'm like, I don't want to play.
Wow.
I'm good, thank you.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, you were breathing, and I didn't know if you were going to say something.
Although-
All right.
Back then, it was like, who's not going to shred their rocket trying to get to 25,000 feet?
That's a good point. Yeah.
The good days, I suppose. Something like that. Okay. Don't do ejection charge tests in camp. Do them away from people and let people around know what you're doing and what to expect. Hearing random charges go off is always a little concerning.
Dude, I'm just going to outright say that I saw this happen at Argonia one time because it was insane. I was just like walking along the front flight line, and I was just like, not like I heard people counting down, but didn't really think about it. And I'm just like, la, 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 walking by. I just see a rocket split in half. Just, and I was like, why here, right? Why? What are you doing? Like, well, we got to make sure it's going to work. Just like we got to test continuity while it's sitting on the table and pointed at the people camped next to us.
Yeah.
I'm always fascinated by the ground test at the launch.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand kind of under certain circumstances. I would just never.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you see it here quite a bit because, like, chances are if you live in the Los Angeles area, you don't have a yard to test stuff in. And, like, trying to take it to a park might just cause more trouble than doing it in your neighborhood. But yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm going to get shot down for saying this, but I'd rather just not ground test the rocket.
Oh, Braden.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
sorry, everybody.
Dude.
Always ground test your rockets. But there's been a lot of instances where I haven't, and everything's been fine. It's all my
Same here,
years of
actually.
experience, you know?
Oh,
Really what it is I'm just like, this rocket's pretty much the same size as this one, and then, like, just in case, we'll put a little bit of a Chungus charge in there. Save our A in case something goes wrong. But yeah, ground test your rockets, people. Don't listen to me.
Chuck says, don't do your ejection charge testing in your bedroom.
This has actually
What?
happened, he says. Wow.
Woof.
I'd like to hear that story.
Yeah. Why don't
Neutronium
you?
says Tripoli San Diego used to have a standing challenge to break 20K feet with a 25,000 foot waiver, which I think is a pretty reasonable take on that kind of competition. I like the ones that are like closest to like a mile or 2 miles or 3 miles or whatever. And like, you
Yeah.
can go plus or minus. Although I thought about a fun competition would be rocketry blackjack, where the goal is 21,000 feet, and if you go over, you bust, and then whoever is closest to it wins.
Fun.
that could be sick.
Yeah, I thought that would be a cool one.
That could be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be cooler than
pretty
cool.
rad.
Ice cold, even.
Yeah,
Matthew?
ice cold. Yeah, that's right. All right.
Okay.
Anyways,
Who's up? Is it me?
I think it's Taylor. If
Oh,
he's
it's
got it.
Taylor.
No
Yeah, it
way.
is.
It is.
Yeah,
It was
way.
the
Yeah.
camp
Yeah,
one.
we were.
Yeah.
Dude, kick Taylor out too. Kick them all out.
This guy
Yeah.
stinks.
Give him the boot.
Don't ask the
All right.
prefect when they expect the ceiling to get higher / when the weather will get better or when the wind will die down, when the fields dry up, and so on and so on and so on.
Or ask them
Wait
to control anything outside of their, or ask them if they just magically
Yeah.
know. When I heard a story one time of some people coming up to a launch official to complain that the smoke from rockets launching was blowing into their camp. As if
No
there was
way.
anything that could be done about that.
Hold on, let me change the wind real quick.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. I'll turn the big fans the other way.
That would
insane.
be really funny. giant fans.
That's what they have in the background of Midwest Power.
Yeah.
The giant white
true.
fans. That's why it's always windy
No
because
smoke
they're always
problems
on.
there.
Come on.
That's what happened to Postart's fat boy that got drug across the highway.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
giant white fan.
Yeah. Stupid
The fan got turned on high and it just went crazy.
Man.
Yeah, it did.
Dude,
Don't lose your cool with the volunteers because you don't get your way. And I'm just going to couple this final one in as well. And remember that all the people running the launches are volunteers. Okay? They're not getting paid to be there, so they're not getting paid to take your ass. All right? So just simmer down. Every level playing field here. Okay? They're not specifically targeting you, probably, unless you've already done something really wrong. But yeah, it's a good one. If you want things run differently, volunteer. Well, you'll still get told no, probably, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Get your own waiver. I don't know. What do you want me to say? Postart, go. I'm losing him.
All right.
Oof.
It was a long one. Hold up. Don't leave a tiny Estes rocket or crash carnage a mile downrange, or more than that. Wait, what? Or more than that, you just happened across because you shouldn't touch others' rockets. At least GPS mark it and get a picture and let someone know you're not comfortable picking it up.
That's a mile downrange or more.
I put emphasis on the wrong portion.
Yeah, or more than that. But yeah, I do think there are some nuances to the don't touch other people's rockets rule. But if it's like clearly, like when I found Justin Farron's JB Weld rocket that was half on fire or it had burned in the field when they burned the crops and it was sticking out of the plowed field, I was like, yeah, something tell me no one is looking for this right at this moment. And small rockets, or like you said, GPS mark it and get a picture and let someone know if you're not comfortable picking it up. But yeah, that applies even if you found a rocket that you're like, oh, that's a big high power rocket that someone's probably looking for right now. I would just take a picture of it or like mark where it was and then be like, hey, if someone comes asking, looking for this pink rocket with an orange parachute, here's the coordinates.
That makes sense.
Okay. I think you're out, Hat.
Yeah, I am.
I'm out. I think, that's all of them. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
Great.
That means it's time to go to the live chat. We have some in Discord as well as Patreon. Let's hit those real quick. Larry Gagel, I don't know. It says, be prepared before you go to the pad. Don't be that guy or gal that holds up the launch by being at the pad a long time or trying to run out of the last second to put a rocket on the pad. Taylor's like,
man,
sure.
don't get
Here
me
we
going.
go. Rant.
Dude, we should have...
I'm getting closer and closer to just letting it fly.
Someone's gonna be like, that's the Anti-Gravity Group podcast guy. Just called me 15
psycho.
different swear words. Told me my rocket was ugly and so is my child.
Don't talk about Nigel like that. He's a saint.
I wasn't. I was implying that you would be mad enough to call someone's kid ugly if they were taking too much time.
Oh,
You would do that.
You're like, well, yeah, now when you put it that way.
yeah. You're right.
UPS Rocket Man, don't test charge continuity at your table. Yep. Jesse Botta also said that one. Don't fire up the altimeters with charges loaded to check continuity at the car or table. If the RSO says your rocket can't fly, don't argue with them. Take their advice, make changes, and come back later. There's some nuance to that one too, but there's definitely cases where there's RSOs that are relatively inexperienced and don't know what they're talking about, but largely that's correct. Punishers aren't stable if you asked one that RSO'd my rocket one time. I was like, look at it. Do you think I just like kicked it around to put all these scratches on it? Or do you think it's flown 6 times on K motors and been fine every time? Or Shane, your parachute for your level 1.
Yeah.
The guy made him unpack it and repack it because he could see the shroud lines through his rocket. That's why I don't leave the troops transparent. He's like, you got to get them all in there. I packed man chutes. You're like, oh, cool. He's flown this before, but okay.
Yeah.
That comes up way too often. Everyone somehow is or knows someone that is packs man-rated chutes.
Yep.
Like, well, guess what? This isn't one, probably.
Don't just start walking across the range to retrieve your rocket. Yeah, that's a good one. Dude, how many times along
always that,
hey, where are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you out there. Just can't hear, keeps walking.
La la la, yeah. Yeah, dude, I love Tim at Midwest Power. We'll put him. Yes, you with the green jacket and the orange beanie. We're flying rockets here. If your rocket has a problem in flight, don't be mad at the RSO or LCO. Yeah, it's not their fault you failed to prepare your rocket properly. Okay. Davey B in the Discord says, don't be the last one out on a rack for more than 5 minutes. Yep. On the flip side, if you notice that another rack's about ready when the pad manager sends you out, politely wait for the next rack. Yeah.
Thank you.
Say it louder.
Say it louder for the guy in the back.
I see a lot of pad managers give priority to folks heading to the pads rather than those that are already racked. Yeah, you do kind of run into that, like, oh, well, hurry up, we can get one more out there. And that one more is a 2-stage. Okay.
My favorite is the pad manager. Well, I mean, I don't want to talk crap pad manager because they are volunteering, so that's nice. But like, everyone's walking back and then like just like, yeah, let's go on down there. It's like, if you're a pad manager, part of what you're trying to get things to run smoothly.
Taylor heard the one earlier that was like, don't get mad at the volunteers. They're volunteers. And he's like, well, sometimes it's okay.
Yeah.
If they're being
That's
stupid,
conditional.
it's fine.
Yeah.
1 minute ago, we got an anonymous $150 tip to the tipping link that is in the pinned comment there. Thank you so much.
Jesus.
That's awesome. Thank you,
Anonymous
Anonymous.
contribution going straight to the AGG fund. And the next Punisher flight is $150 closer. Thank you very much.
Is that like the anonymous like hacking group that donated it?
We're gonna move on.
They hacked a donation into our.
Okay, let's see. There's some we're gonna skip over because we had a lot of similar ones. I'm gonna actually use the Riverside function so I can put them on the chat. For LCOs, don't launch rockets when people are within the minimum safe distance. Yeah, that has happened a number of times. Know the motor distances and don't whine when you can't launch a K from 50 feet because you want the photos, says Ethan Edwards. Yeah. Oh, actually, there was a little bit of a hyper-specific one that you have to know, but I want to give a shout-out real quick. Paul Welch initially put avoid this at a launch as a topic of discussion in the topic suggestions in the Rocket Vlogs Discord server. But there was a couple in here that were really specific to recent things, but don't be way too close to an O motor that detonates when the LCO accidentally launches the wrong pad. And then for the LCO, don't blame the flyers afterwards.
Did that happen?
I don't know. Well, let's move on.
Whoa.
At LDRS this year, M motor was launched when myself and my dad were well within the safe distance. We backed off as far as we could, but he has mobility issues, so we were within 500 feet when it went. Keep non-rocketeers from the pads. The Tripoli San Diego Delta 2 lit the sustainer while it was horizontal at LDRS 2009, and some bystanders on ATVs got hurt. Yeah, that's There's a whole story to the aftermath of that one that if you're pretty new to rocketry, if you weren't around for LDRS 29, you probably haven't heard. But yeah. Also, make sure that your electronics are configured safely. There should be no world where a sustainer lights while the pad is horizontal as a follow-up. Also good advice. I witnessed an RSO that let someone fly with a rocket that had 4 A-10s taped to the rocket. See, remember that thing about like there's some nuance to RSOs being right and wrong? This one's pretty ball specific, but don't drop all your propellant shavings into someone else's fire pit without permission, especially if you're dumping in enough to burn through the bottom. I think I know the story behind that one as well. We'll move on again. Ask the RSO or LCO if you can fly a drone. This is one that didn't come up surprisingly, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Don't just start putting stuff in the air.
I feel like once again, that happens all the time.
Don't mock the new kid's rocket when the young 12-year-old shows up with his first rocket and it looks like Braden's Dark Star. The hell? I'm catching straight. Don't comment on the looks. At most, comment on the safety. Well, listen. I'm not going to say that you should mock children's rockets, but I will say that there's a little bit of me that subconsciously, the one time someone pointed out how bad those fillets look might have inspired the rest of my life spending 5 hours making fillets look perfect.
I once had someone tell me, don't ever bring a rocket that looks like this and ask to fly it again. But
Wow.
Yeah, okay, so that's
awesome.
maybe a bit extreme.
And that's why you are the way you are, Taylor.
That's so called for.
You know what? I never did. My rockets got way better looking. So if we learn anything, it's
bullying
berate
works.
children.
Yeah. No, I understand where you're coming from.
What are you, like 6? That looks like ass.
Who's your
Looks
dad?
Looks like a 6-year-old
together.
built that. Well, funny thing about that.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, you have to understand that there's a certain level of safety concern at its root. It scrolled me down. Let's go back up here. Definitely Taylor and I did receive plenty of, as we were young, stuff that was like way too far and just like straight up 40-year-old men bullying us because they didn't like that we were trying to have fun. But also looking back, I'm sure you can agree, Taylor, there's a lot of times where you're like, wow, yeah, that was actually reasonable. Wait,
Yeah.
was the don't bring this back to me the CA corkscrew?
Yeah.
Which the one that is shredded?
Yes, it did fly successfully earlier in the day, and for some reason I thought that meant that I needed to put a bigger motor in it.
Right.
Which was not the answer.
You can go back to Anti-Gravity Group Podcast episode number 6 to hear that story, folks. I feel like I should remaster some of the older ones. 1 year at Balls,
that was one of my low points.
1 year Balls, they lowered the ceiling to like 8K just because there were scattered clouds. Yeah. Oh, that was probably when we were talking about the other LDRS that we experienced. Don't arm your electronics before putting... Where'd it go? Before putting the rocket on the pad. Yeah. Well, that's... And then next up, don't install tight igniters at the tent and then walk up to the RSO. Yeah, I've seen that happen actually several times. Okay, we already touched on that.
This goes along with not taking too long at the pad, but if your design includes having to take your rocket completely apart to like arm some electronics at the pad, don't design your rocket that way.
Redesign it.
I'm just thinking about, you see someone, the nose cone's off, the parachute's out, there's like a screwdriver involved. So I'm like, what are you doing?
We'll run this one back. Don't do ejection charge testing in your bedroom. This has actually happened. And Chuck says he'll give us the details in person. Well, here you go. Oh boy, actually don't update your electronics which igniters or charges are installed. Yeah, especially say
Ooh.
if it's in a motor in a setting that isn't time for the rocket to fly, say inside a building, perhaps. Especially if you have a lot of experience and know much better than to do that. Move on.
Yep.
If you have an altimeter failure at the pad, don't be the guy who keeps the pads held up. See, this is what we're talking about. Matt and I have both had to be the guy that takes the rocket back. And it sucked a lot when it was my V2. I already talked about this.
And Tim pointed at you and laughed.
Yeah,
Or-
he got on.
or
He's like, no,
sometime-
you're supposed to leave it out there. I was like, yeah, thanks, Tim.
Also, if you're not ready to give up the fight, sometimes you just gotta walk away and pull the card and give it another try in the next round. Go round 2.
Dude,
Well,
I
I've never
think
done that, but
Taylor and
I've
I
seen people
both
do it.
I understand a lot of people take a lot of time at the pad because they're like being very careful about making sure everything's exactly how they want it and like checking checklists and stuff, and that's fine. But Taylor and I both have this like, for some reason, this fifth gear for putting rockets on the pad when we know it's something simple, like tracker's already in the rocket and on. We twist the wires together and tape them and then it flies. Where we like drag race ourselves to just be like, okay, well, how little time can I spend doing this as? But we've put a 12-inch rocket with 7 motors on the pad and had it ready to fly faster than some people with single motor dual deploy like J motors I've seen manage to get it done. So there's a happy medium. Do things safely. If you know you can do them fast and safely, that's what Taylor and I do. That also a lot comes from the simplicity of how like stupid basic we run everything. But you know, right here, baby. For those just listening, I'm holding up an Amazon Basics 9-volt that I pulled out of my Patriot that I flew on an M at FAR. All right, saving these for the smoke detectors. Braden and Shane, you guys should try and make it to a whack launch. I'm planning on having the parts of the 8-inch Nike smoke parts that are complete out for show once we start building. I do want to go to a whack launch.
Yeah.
I might actually end up being at a Northern Colorado rocketry launch this summer, though, if anyone cares to join. There's a really cool flight that I'm excited to see. Taylor? You come join?
Maybe. It's pretty convenient.
Ooh, one thing for organizers of really big launches, make sure you have experience in fast LCOs. A snappy LCO can speed up launch operations 2 to 3 times compared to a slow one. Of course, not to the point of compromising on safety, but nobody watching cares about every single piece of information on the flight card or waiting for every rocket to touch down before you fly another one.
That.
I want to rant a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
Rant.
Let's go.
What is it about clubs and having way too much crap on the flight card and then the LCO reading all of it? We like a lot of that stuff. I understand why it would be good to have on the flight card, but there becomes a point where one, you don't need to read all of it. It's good for kind of logging purposes, but also some of it just flat up does not matter.
Yeah.
Like what is the diameter of the rocket, the color of the rocket, how old is the rocket? Is the rocket have a nickname? Like
Dude, the one that drives me the most insane is like what electronics are on board. It's like, does it matter, man? Just give me the dual deploy box to check.
or like kit or scratch built.
Yeah. God, dude, it
Just
there are some that just like go forever. And I'm like, what? This is all unnecessary. If something goes wrong with my electronics and you want to know what they were, come ask me afterwards. But I'm not writing it all on there.
and just like jammed on a little piece of cardstock. Like where it's to the point where there's so much S on there that it's hard to even fill the thing out because I'm looking for the useful information.
Right. The Flyers' home city does not matter at all, says Neutronium. Yeah, that one's for big launches. I get that it's like fun to be like, whoa, they came all the way from here to fly this, but like a lot of times I'm skipping stuff. A lot of stuff I don't know, like rocket's weight. I almost never have that locked in on a rocket I've flown a bunch. They're like, what does it weigh? I'm like, I don't know. And people are like, well, there's a scale right over there. I'm like, again, look at it. Does it look like all these chips that are here just like because I felt like poking it with a screwdriver a bunch? Or like, can we just get the show on the road here? I say about 6 pounds on there, and people are like, well, we need exact measurement. No, we don't.
Yeah. I've straight up had an RSO be like, because I put like 8 pounds or whatever, and then he's like, this isn't 8 pounds, and it ended up being like 9.2 or something. I'm like, it has a K1100 in it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I understand if we were right on the edge, but it's leaving the pad fast regardless, so it doesn't really matter.
Or if somebody submits a 45-pound rocket with an N1000 in it, like contemplate the motor before saying that it's a little bit low on thrust to weight. Because if you have an N1000 rocket that on the pad altogether weighs 40 pounds, you did really good, and you can't particularly get lighter than that for having a full airframe and everything. But yeah, there was that one time where they're like, well, for 1,000 newtons to be the average thrust, the weight seems a little heavy to me. I'm like, the rocket weighs 6 pounds without the motor in it. Yeah, I guess the motor itself is a little heavy for itself. Correct. But the 500-pound initial spike is gonna really, really take care of that. This is not more advice, but another pet peeve of mine, Neutronium. I share this. People saying scratch built kit drives me nuts, dude. Although, like, the Punisher was, I guess, a scratch built kit at the end of the day because Taylor just made a kit for us.
Yeah, I guess it kind of is a scratch built kit, but yeah, I don't know. Name, rocket, motor, pad.
Taylor's like, that's it. Preferably not even name. Just shut up. Fly the rocket. BLS 1998 SDMF says, I forgot to subscribe to this channel a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden 4 fellows who all wear glasses popped up on my feed. Interesting.
16 eyes on your screen.
Yes, sir. Right
Do
there.
the math.
Woo! Why is us all wearing glasses have to be such a descriptor?
I mean, it's easy to point out. If you're wearing a hat, then it could be that instead. But
get with it, Taylor.
At least you didn't say these 4 grown dweebs talking about model rockets appeared on my feed. The grass is always browner, I guess, in this case, Taylor. Benjamin Nevin says, yeah, I bring my designs from Open Rocket with thrust to weight ratio and rail velocity for that exact reason. Dude, if people were pushing it that hard, I would just be like, I'm just not going to fly the rocket then. Thanks. I'm going to go away. Yeah, I don't know that I've flown a rocket that was like below 8-to-1 thrust to weight in a long time. And the amount of times that people have been like, well, looking at it, what's the thrust to weight? Like you said, Taylor. Well, it's 3 inches diameter, has a K1100 in it. Are we really that concerned?
But like, people get hung up on stuff like, oh, I'm flying this 3-pound rocket on a J90. They're like, well, that's not gonna work. I'm like,
yeah,
look at the thrust curve.
The average thrust rule of thumb sucks. I think Matt is just wearing safety glasses to fit in, says Eric Beavers.
Whatever. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's what he thinks.
Matt was trying to fit in. He had cut all that stupid hair off.
Oh, wow.
Dang. Taylor's real
Absolute shade throwing. I think the lowest recent thrust weight was something like 16-1 on takeoff with a submin age 14. Yeah, you're really doing the most, honestly. All right, folks. Well, I think that pretty much sums it up. This makes me think that maybe we should do another pet peeves episode.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we could just like come at it completely dry, ignoring that we've already done it, and we'll probably say the same things again. But so many new people, like we could almost do a whole episode just reading the things that other people want to be about. You know, I think that's fun.
Everyone loves
dude.
a good rant.
I love ranting.
Yeah, dude, the chat interaction.
ranting's fun.
Oh, dude, that's what we'll
people-
do. We'll make it a competition to see who can like pitch the most annoying thing that makes us mad enough to talk about it the longest.
Oh.
People just start getting like deep fried, making
Hyper-specific?
stuff up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody comes up and wants to take a picture with you, he shakes your hand, but it's covered all in peanut butter.
Oh. That's just like a rage bait us competition.
Yeah, dude. It would be awesome. Okay, well, last call here for any people in the comments or in the live chat, to hit us with it. Last call for the tip link there pinned at the top of the chat if you want to make a contribution. This is a 100% internally funded show. We have ads sometimes, but for the most part, this is coming right out of our pockets. And if you want to help get the show produced, keep it on the air, and of course, help keep the Rockets on the air as well.
Ooh, nice.
People that think Jethro Tull was a guy in the band. Nobody understands that. Is that what
I don't
was
get
last
it,
word?
but,
yeah, I didn't think so. Postart for
why
sure
can't-
doesn't because he's 4.
Okay.
Taylor, I'm
Come
surprised
on,
if
y'all
you don't
just
know
old.
Jethro Tull.
Isn't that the flute? The flute guy?
Boy.
Looks like whose frontman and constant member is Ian Anderson, known for his flute playing and distinctive vocals. That's all I got.
The flute guy after the whole point of Eric's comment is hilarious. Okay, should we all like and subscribe plus hit the bell to keep up with the show? Yeah, actually, Matrix.
Wow.
That's good
What
insight.
a killer plug.
Thank you very much. Plug.
Nope.
Liam the Rocket Nerd says, I think you should redo the failure episode with Matt and Posh. Oh,
Good
The Posh
news.
thing is sticking.
That is unfortunate.
Dang it, I wanted to bring this up in the middle of the episode because I saw a comment that made me want to address this. This is what reminded me. Good news, says Postart, because we just recorded that. Every other week when you see a live stream, it means just before that, we recorded a different episode that you did not see live. So if you're only here for the live streams or you're rewatching the live streams on the podcast channel, you're only seeing half of the podcast episodes. Every week, there's one that comes out, even though we record every 2 weeks, because we record 2 every 2 weeks. So with that in mind, you might be missing episodes. But that's why you need to subscribe and like and hit the bell to keep up with the show, or follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find your stuff. Leave us reviews, please. Give us those 5 stars. Those 5 sweet stars.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot of
Nope.
stars.
Only if they're going to be good reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Don't leave us bad ones, please.
what?
Hey,
All right.
that reminds
fair.
me. Do you remember I had some sort of a hot take in the last episode that I said I was going to talk about in this episode? Do you remember what that was?
Ooh.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I might be able to find it. Now, yeah, we can't go anywhere. This is important.
Oh man.
I remember it was really stupid, but I felt strongly about it.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Nothing else matters, as Metallica said. Here, there's a nice hot take for you that we can let people stew on in the comments. I don't like Metallica.
Yeah. I mean, that's understandable.
There's some
I don't
songs that I'm
really-
like, yeah, it's fine. I kind of know them, but like, I don't get like diehard Metallica fans.
I mean, I like the 80s stuff, but like, yeah, not like the way that other people do. And yeah, I don't know. Modern Metallica is so bad.
Okay, it's something to do with people saying a rocket's coming in ballistic when it's not actually. And then
Oh.
you said, just let it hit me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, so like,
Right.
yes, when it LCO is like, oh, heads up, and it's just like an Alpha 3.
Yeah, with
That pisses-
crazy
that
intensity.
Pisses me off.
I know,
I'm just
I've
like,
seen
let
it.
it hit me.
You just come out from under the tent like you're about to get bonked with an O-3400 rocket, and when you see
Yeah.
it's an Alpha that landed 50 feet inside the flight line, the look on your face is telling.
Yeah, just hit me with 50 Alpha 3s on parachutes. Bring it on.
That's the new competition. New competition is hit Taylor with.
Try to hit Taylor with the
Yeah.
Estes rocket on a
Who
parachute.
can hit Taylor with
I'm
the
gonna
most
throw
amount of
mine
Alpha
at him.
3s?
I'll win.
Yeah, there we go. I'm going to make
How
an Alpha
much
3
Liam
launch.
Rushner?
I'm gonna fight you, Posh.
Okay.
How much did your stats go up after January 2025? Because I listened to the HG podcast for 37,000 hours this last year.
Dang. That's a lot
Somebody
of hours.
says there weren't even that many hours of the podcast. How did you manage that, Liam? Oh, there is. I mean, I guess not. He's probably running them back. Let's see. There'd be up to that
wouldn't
point.
want to watch this type
There's
of
120 episodes at roughly an hour apiece. 120 hours. I don't know. I don't understand that that calculation where it's like, oh yeah, this video that you just put out has 18,000 watch hours. Which is cumulatively the time people spend watching it. Okay, folks. I think that is probably going to bring this to the end. Episode 126. What a beautiful time to make a bunch of noise, apparently.
Woo!
It's the end. No
Yeah,
one
let's
cares.
Get it over with.
If they made it this far, they deserve some noise.
Oh.
Get some of this going
Everyone make some noise.
No, Matt, quit.
Matt,
Oh.
you
That reminds
said
me.
make some noise.
It reminds me, there's a package coming tomorrow here and possibly tomorrow there as well. One to California, one to Missouri from the great Eric Beavers. It's getting delivered to your house, Taylor. So you'll have to get Matt his, but I have not yet revealed what they are. But I think for the sake of the people who do watch them, we need to all have them for the next time we record an episode. So
Oh, dang. Okay.
it's going to be sick. You're going to love it.
Rad.
Anyway, my name is Braden Carlson. You can find me right here on YouTube at Rocket Vlogs. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Rocket Vlogs Official. You can find me on Facebook at Braden Carlson as well. Please follow my personal account, but don't send me a friend request because I'm only friends on Facebook with people I actually know in person. Okay, that's what I try to maintain. But you can follow me. Almost have 100,000 followers on the personal account as well. Go to patreon.com/rocketvlogs or /AGGpod if you want to help support the videos and podcast content getting made. And send us an email, contact@aggpodcast.com if you have any suggestions, notes, or berating to do for some stuff Taylor probably said on an episode that you didn't like.
Sorry, I wasn't listening, but my name's Taylor. And you can find me. What?
I was wondering what the look was. You looked so insulted, but now it makes sense. You just heard
Yeah.
the name while you were spacing out. And you're
Yeah.
like, what's happening
I'm
over
like,
there?
I don't know. But my name's Taylor, and you can find me on YouTube at The Rocket Channel. And you can, I don't know, send us free L&M motors so we can fly our Punisher again.
Yeah.
That's it.
That guy should get no
Vote for
one's
what?
vote.
To get kicked out of the
Kicked out?
AGG? Yeah.
Oh,
You got my
no.
vote too.
Come on.
My name is Shane. You can find me on YouTube at Postart Propulsions and online at hprtools.com.
And
My name is Seth Matthews. You can call me Pot.
oh yeah, from Olathe, Kansas. Thank you, everybody.
Hi guys,
That's
welcome
me.
to the Matt Show. 13 is about 13.
Oh, okay, that's all I got.
We are the Anti-Gravity Group. This is the Anti-Gravity Group podcast, and we will see you all next time.
We might just hear from Nigel the Rocket Cat. Load up the professional masterpiece, you can bet on that. A launch and a chat with them is guaranteed to be a blast. It's the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. Ooh.